everybody, it's Mike again from aPlantBasedDiet.org, and actually speaking more about Southwest Florida Veg Fest and the water crisis that's going on down there. It's a mess, and you know, it really covers a lot of Florida too, not just Southwest Florida. And actually this issue, believe it or not, is not just a Florida issue either. It happens in a lot of coastal areas. A lot of lakes are affected by this, and other coastal areas too, beaches. And look, I'm over here supercharging my car while I'm doing that. Well, today in this video, I'd like to talk about, you know, what's going on with the whole, you know, seeing pictures and videos of animals that have been killed by this, you know, either red tide or, you know, bacteria, algae, whatever the cause might be. You know, a lot of them are just starving for oxygen. They can't even get oxygen they need out of the water, which they normally can, because it's just a disaster right now. And, you know, it's a mess, and I see people all over the place outraged. You see pictures of dolphins, sharks, turtles, and just thousands of fish in certain locations that are just dead, you know, and everybody's outraged. Like, how can we allow this to happen? And I just hope that everybody takes the opportunity during this disaster, this tragedy that nobody wants to see happen, to think about your feelings towards animals. Because I think what's happening is really this is touching a nerve in you, because you don't like to see beings, sentient beings, suffer, that obviously want to live, and they feel pain, and they suffered during this process of probably, most of them, I think, just kind of choking to death on a lack of oxygen. I mean, it's got to be a miserable way to go. If they weren't poisoned by the chemicals and toxins released by the algae and other chemicals that are in the water. It's just a mess of chemicals. So I just wanted to kind of let you guys think about that. I want you to consider what veganism is. If you're touched by this, okay, please share this video with anybody else that you see that you probably know isn't vegan. A lot of times you can just tell by what somebody eats, you know, whether they're vegan or not. If they're eating steak, hot dogs, lunch meats, chicken, fish, they're not vegan, you know. And those are all animals. Those are all from animals that unfortunately suffered, didn't want to die. You don't even know if they were sick, by the way, when you're eating them. You have no way to know if any of those animals were sick and in a terribly compromised immune position. You have no way to know. Let's be honest. There's no way to know. I don't care if it was free-range, organic, raised livestock. You still don't know if that animal was sick when it was killed and then put on your plate. Think about that. That's got nothing to do with the suffering part of this, the pain and the death, the smell of the death. People have been smelling this death when they walk up to it. Well, that's what's involved when you eat animals. This is why veganism kind of goes against that. They don't want, I mean, veganism does not want anybody to have to suffer. No animals, sentient beings. Animals are sentient beings. And I hope you take this time to reflect on what that means to you. If you are touched by what you see in the pictures, videos, or your own personal experience of walking on the beach, please consider what this means when you're eating, because you are participating in that cycle, whether you know it or not. If you are not vegan, and if you are eating any animal products, including dairy, you are participating in that suffering. So if this means something to you, by all means, if this is a kind of a revelation for you, write something down in the comments. Share this with somebody. You know, contact us for more information. We've got links below to our groups where you can get together with other like-minded individuals and discuss what this means. You know, we're a friendly bunch of people. We don't like to see disasters, and there are disasters going on every day. Even if this whole Florida water mess was cleaned up, similar types of disasters are going on every day in kitchens and farms, animal agriculture farms, and just the plates of people that are eating are participating in these similar disasters. So please think about that and let me know your comments. Thanks so much for watching.